We are here with Weasel, and we are going to be interviewing about his two books, Ashes to Burn, which is currently on sale on Amazon, get yours today, and Y'all Muthafuckas Need Jesus, which is currently out of print. The first question for Weasel is, what was the writing process for Ashes to Burn?
When you go through the book, it's written in 5 stages, and the stages are all showing about how this writer who wrote this book, how he actually got his voice in writing and everything like that. And so it's a bit of a journey, a methodical journey, actually, about how he started in poetry and where he's at this point. And so, to be honest with you, the stages didn't even come till later on in the process. I really just looked at a bunch of pieces on my Tumblr blog and pulled them all together and threw it in a Word document, and I tossed it to Dustin, the owner of Weasel Press. I tossed it to him and I said, what do you think? And he said, yeah, I like it.
Wonderful. And where exactly did the title Ashes to Burn originate from?
Originally, this book was going to be called Somewhere, and the cover was rather fitting for that kind of title, Somewhere. It's in a desert kind of place. This Weasel character is sort of just wandering along here and there. But I thought Somewhere was kind of cheesy and sort of overused in a way, so I threw together Ashes to Burn. This will work because it sort of is a regeneration actually. After this, I just sort of changed gears, changed focus on what my writing was going to be, and this here doesn't have a lot of focus, and so the future stuff will have focus to it. And that's what Ashes to Burn is. It's sort of these are ashes, and I'm setting them on fire ritualistically, so I can start out a new journey in my writing.
Of course. Now, is there any sort of running theme in this book?
The theme is basically finding voice, finding yourself as a writer. So this is really written more for audiences who write, poets, people who are just getting out there.
So you're the modern Rilke in a sense.
Yeah, sure.
Do you feel that you're speaking to your contemporaries?
I don't know. I haven't gotten much feedback from my contemporaries. I really wish I did. I haven't heard much. I'd like to think that people can take something from this book and say, oh, look, you tried this instead of doing this. Actually dig down and analyze it, maybe not from the material itself, but from the style.
And what exactly do you want them to see? Like, what do you want them to take out of your work in this specific book, rather?
That you can do anything. And that's what this is. You start from nothing and you go and you have work.
Definitely.
So you can do anything.
And what have you discovered about yourself while writing such a book?
Damn, it's a hard question.
Should we come back to that?
No. Discovered a lot of anger and a lot of issues.
Definitely. Well, let's move on to your other book, Y'all Muthafuckas Need Jesus. Please, I hate to repeat a question, but for this, you have to tell me about the title. Tell us all about the title.
Well, I needed something that was in your face, and I needed something that was going to fit with the cover. And so I saw this lady on the internet, and she said that, and I was like, well, that's just got to be it. That's it. And if you go on the internet and you type that saying, you'll see her, and you'll see a bunch of pictures, and you'll get a lot of good information out of it. So yeah, they just sort of put it on top of the picture, and it works.
Definitely. And what does that picture symbolize to you?
Rebellion, resistance, and that's what this book is a lot of. It's sort of saying it's not part of the contemporary poetry world. It's not this sort of academically written book, and I'm not frustrated with the academics. I'm just bored with them.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's a whole different school of thought, no pun intended.
And that's what this is about. That's what that is. Yeah.
Of course. Now, Now, is that book in its entirety, is Y'all Motherfuckers Need Jesus a personal statement to a certain school of thought, or a certain group, rather?
It's a personal statement to a lot of schools of thought. It's not just one single thing. I mean, it's a lot of frustration on politics, and a lot of frustration on people in general.
Would you mind elaborating?
Well, I mean, one of the things that I have issues with is LGBT discrimination. Being gay myself, it's troubling to see what other people go through and to hear the stories and to realize that in some places you can't get married, in other places you can. And, the only way you can get married in Texas is if you are suffering from something, and that's just ridiculous. And so that's why it's frustration at best.
Yeah, I mean, especially in this state, the way they say it, it almost makes it sound like a dead end. Like, if you don't have much time left, then please go right ahead.
That's exactly what they're saying.
Yeah, that's awful. Now with that one, what was the selection process like?
This didn't have a selection process. Every piece was written for this purpose.
Specifically, yeah.
Specifically for this purpose. And the reason this is out of print is because this book, about 90% of this book is going to go into a larger collection called The Hell Inside of Us, which is the same thing. It's about hardship. It's about being broke, suffering with no cash, and having to support a family, getting a car repossessed, being discriminated against. It's all of that frustration. And that's where, that's why this is out of print, because a lot of the pieces in here fit the theme of The Hell Inside Us. But originally, I didn't know what I was going to do with it. I just put it out thinking it'd be cool to have two releases in the same year. But a lot of the pieces have been rewritten that are going to be featured in the upcoming summer release, which is done by Earl of Flag Press. If you haven't checked them out, earlofflag.com.
They're in New York, I believe.
I believe so. They are in New York. They also run like a quarterly journal by the same name. They're also registered under Poets and Writers, pw.org. You can put them up there. But they have graciously taken on the Hell Inside Us, and I'm very happy about that.
What can we, as virgin readers, expect from that book, The Hell Inside Us?
A lot of healing, a lot of words to, say to quote it gets better. I know that's said a lot, and it does get better after a while. It's not hell all the time. But you also have to work internally, which is why it's called The Hell Inside Us, because we do have a lot of hell inside us.
Indeed we do. Now, I believe there's another book that you just showed me prior to this interview. Would you like to give us a little sneak preview to what started it all?
So this is not being shown to anyone, ever. I mean, it's been shown to family, that's actually not it. But this is sort of like when I first started publishing, when I first found out about this website called Lulu. I just put a bunch of stuff together at the time, and through this book, it's got a lot of short stories and a lot of poetry and everything. And I just sort of gave it to family and friends. It wasn't something I was actively pushing. It was specifically for that reason to say, yeah, this is what I do. Because for years before, I didn't share it with anyone. It was just sort of, it's on a blog, but whoever sees it, whoever doesn't, doesn't.
Well, of course, when you're sharing a piece, it's almost like you're metaphorically being naked. You're exposing a part of your soul to someone, and it's, especially at a reading, it can sometimes be frightening. You don't know what they're going to think. You don't know what the reception is going to be like, but it's best to take a chance. And I've seen you read, and you've really blown audiences away. Definitely, especially the certain Piggly Wiggly piece.
Velocity,
That's
which is being reprinted as a completely different, it's rewritten completely, basically.
Wow.
It's in ashes as some, cheapy little junior college piece that got published in a Sanjak Literary Journal. And I took it recently and rewrote it completely, and after rewriting it, I performed it from memory, and it's sort of just been a popular favorite between the community.
That was published in Threshold, I believe, right? That was the name of it?
Yeah. Along with a few other pieces.
Okay. Now, are there any upcoming projects with Weasel Press?
There's a lot of upcoming projects with Weasel Press. We have one, probably going to have that by the end of the month. It's called Jazz Beats and Deliriums by this guy called Kai Neidhart. Never heard of the dude before. He hit me up in December wanting to get his chapbook released, and he's released a book with us already called Paradise Hills, which has done modestly well in sales and interest. But Jazz Beats and Delirium is very beat in a way. It's very Ginsberg and Bukowski inspired, and it is one of those books where you just take it for what it is. If you don't like it, fuck you. It's exactly like that. I admire Kai's writing style. I admire his honesty, and I'm looking forward to working with him. We also have other releases coming out. We just signed on Chuck Taylor from Austin.
Slow Press.
Yeah, exactly. And he's given me some information, and we're working on his book. My editor, Emily Ramsey, she's working on the layout process, and we're currently looking at cover art. And we're very excited to have Chuck on. We just announced yesterday, actually, so he just got signed on yesterday. Early summer, we're going to have a release for Robin Wyatt Dunn, who's just a wonderful writer and has been very patient with me. The book is called Last Freedom, and it's a collection of short plays. And we'll probably be putting on a couple of plays somewhere as a piece. I don't know, we'll figure it out. But we will probably have a stage reading of a couple of pieces. And we're looking to have some promo copies put out and sent off to some reviewers. So we're going to push that. Michael Pehota has signed on with us, so we're working on getting his chapbook out. And there's just a lot of other things. If you want to take a look at all of our releases and what we've got going on, I would suggest looking at weaselpress.com. One of the things that we just released, which I'm very happy about because it's taken us a long time to do it, it's a long time coming, is Vagabonds, Apology and Vagabonds. And that was sort of the brainchild of Weasel Press. It's sort of how the press got started. In fact, I didn't know there was going to be a press until one of our writers for Vagabonds, her name is Mama Ford, she asked me one day, she said, "Hey, what do you think of a publishing book?" So I said, "I think it's very great. Why do you ask?" And she said, "I'd like for you to publish mine." And at the time it was written in Leviathan, but this year we published her other short work called The Sarah. Both are very great existential pieces of monos, just great at writing interesting works.
Definitely.
I love working with it all the time. So
For sure.
Definitely check out weaselpress.com and vagabonds.com.
Of course. And with that being said, I would like to invite you to read one piece each from Y'all Muthafuckas Need Jesus and Ashes to Burn.
So this piece I'm going to read here was published in Diversity back in their 20th anniversary year is what they called it. But it's called Simple. There were days I could not breathe. Like the dreams they left me frozen, waiting for a home not sealed inside a kiss. I put a flower inside a soda bottle, filled it with water, and placed it inside the window. Water can make anything grow. Make anything breathe even for a moment as it warms my hands. Ice cleans the way. Such like a simple thing.
Lovely.
There's been a lot of things rewritten in this, so I'm going to have to really find.
Well, would you read philosophy? Oh wait, it's the other.
Do you want the original or do you want the new one?
Definitely only the. Let's see the original.
I'm very ashamed of the original.
Oh well.
But I'll read it anyway.
Okay.
I don't have this one memorized. If I can find it.
Do you want to tell us the memorized piece? Would you rather do that?
Yeah, I could do the memorized piece, and then when I'm done, I'll just I got my page. So you can compare it after that.
Okay.
Okay. Piggly. Piggly. Piggly, wiggly, squiggly, wiggles. Such an odd combination of words. I doubt anyone can tell me what it means. And before you jump out of your chair and into the screen, let me tell you. Yeah, I know what it means. I know what it means because I'm the one that gave it meaning. I'm that guy that took pen and paper and said that these words are as holy as the Bible itself. Great Jesus, piggly wiggly squiggly wiggles. No offense. Words are words, stretching from our tongues. Meanings outsourced. You know, we are all in the whole of the universe. There's still days where we just can't understand each other. We throw out words like knives, expecting our skin to get thicker. But you know, our skin isn't a wall to keep us from going over the edge. When I was first called a fake, I thought every letter. The T was the first flesh that draped across my cheek. I was less of a human, made into this wandering skin suit that took panic attacks in the hallways to keep me safe. I still remember the cigarette burns in the floors, unanswered prayers, the ambience of our patients. I was a terrorist because I allowed myself to become less of a man. Being less of a man means you are not human, and that God does not smile upon your misfortunes. It will flop, drop, it will stop. Nothing. I know you have questions. It's why you're looking at the screen like I'm crazy. But it's not crazy to believe that we all collect words. It's just the words are from a completely different universe. Okay. So this next one is, well, obviously philosophy. Piggly. Piggly wiggly. Piggly wiggly squiggly wiggles. What an odd combination of words. I doubt anyone knows what it means. I do, but I'm the one that gave it meaning. These words are as holy as the Bible itself, if it is indeed holy and not just a book. Great Jesus, piggly wiggly squiggly wiggles. You know, pigglers equal bacon seeds. Words are words, and the meanings are from an entirely different universe. They can fly, they can stop, they can drop. Nothing. If chicken is being eaten, the rooster has nothing to eat. If bacon is being eaten, piggly wiggly cries, but the cow sings glory, glory, hallelujah. This guy right here is asking some serious questions. We got a sidetrack on this ranch cabernet here. If you're reading this or listening to this, take this poem to heart. The true meaning of great Jesus, piggly wiggly squiggly winks, is in the end. Everything we do is just everything we've already done.
I fancy that one quite a bit. Quite a bit. Before we sign off, would you like to read one from Y'all Motherfuckers Need Jesus?
Yeah. This will just be a quickie. But this is just about relationships and maintaining them. I've been in a relationship for a few years now, and my partner's living with me, and it can be kind of difficult sometimes. It's kind of draining on everybody, and it's not saying it's a mistake or anything. I love her very much, and I'd do anything for her. But this is called Waiting for Our Ears to Grow. Waiting for Our Ears to Grow Dreams. It took years of navigating under the moon to understand that some prayers can only be answered by looking inward. It's how the Messiah wanted. I pulled a feather from my ear, plucked its spine into a stem, and waited for the feathers to drip onto the floor. It took miracles for me to stop listening to the stars, to allow myself the insecurity of getting lost in the currents of your pulse. Its beat smoothed over the fractures of my dreams. I had been wandering nameless for too long. I forgot that love was merely a wet dream. The magic doesn't simply burst into life.
Dang.
That will be the Hell Inside Us. Check it out. It'll be early summer. Weasel Press, weaselflag.com. I'll be doing a reading here at Nocturne April 6th. Yeah.
Wonderful. And with that was Weasel, editor-in-chief and founder of Weasel Press. Thank you very much for taking the time to do this interview with me. And get your copy of Ashes to Burn today, and check out weaselpress.com for Vagabonds and The Haunted Traveler and much more. Thank you very much.